We all have seen the YouTube videos, a beautiful van parked on a cliff, a campfire, a person sitting with a laptop, looking perfectly happy. The title usually says something like, How I Finally Escaped the System. It looks like total peace, but there is a problem with this image, a secret problem that no one talks about. I call it the friction. The moment the camera stops, that peace often turns into stress. You aren't listening to the birds, you are listening to the sound of your battery charger. You aren't watching the sunset, you are checking your satellite dish to see if you can join a Zoom call. I call this the invisible cord. We tell ourselves we are moving off grid to be free, but the first thing we do is spend thousands of dollars on technology to make sure we stay connected to the digital world. We haven't cut the cord, we just made the cord longer, thinner, and much harder to take care of. If we look at history, living in the nature was different. Hundreds of years ago, it was a team sport. People lived together. They relied on the rain, the soil, and their neighbors. They weren't connected to the whole world, but they were deeply connected to the place where they stood. Today, the digital nomad is doing something very different. We are practicing isolated connection. We want to be alone in the woods, but we want the high speed internet of the city. This creates what I call the maintenance trap. In the city, if the power goes out, you call the electronic company. But in the wild, you are the electric company. You are also the water department and the trash collector. You are no longer fighting a boss or a commute. You are fighting nature. Nature is always trying to break your gear. Dust gets into the ports, cold weather kills the batteries, rain messes with the electronics. You might find yourself spending 80% of your time fixing the technology that was supposed to give you freedom. It is a strange trap. The more you try to stay plugged in while being out there, the less you actually notice the nature around you. So why do so many people quit? Why they go back to an apartment in the city after only a few months? It is usually not because they hate the trees. It is because they realize that grid is more than just wires in a wall. It is a safety net for our minds. In the city, your day is planned for you. There is noise, there is shops, and there are people everywhere. This creates a rhythm. When you move to the woods, that rhythm disappears. There is only silence. Most of us use the invisible cord to hide from that silence. We practice what I call digital foraging. We look for Wi Fi bars and notifications like our ancestors looked for food. We use the screen because being truly alone is actually very heavy. The shift in perspective is this: you don't go off grid to find freedom, you go off grid to find a new kind of work. If you go out there thinking you are escaping responsibility, you will fail. But if you realize that you are just trading office chores for survival chores, the whole experience changes. The invisible cord isn't a bad thing, it's just a choice. But you have to be honest with yourself. Are you actually looking for nature? Or are you just looking for a prettier place to be plugged in? Once you answer that, you can stop trying to escape and start deciding which version of grit you are actually willing to serve. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video.